Hello and welcome to your reading from Spirit Guide Link. Before we begin, I would like to state that I don't have any other social media platforms. Messages that I bring forth will only ever be shared on this platform, YouTube, and on this channel, SGL. Any other platforms using this name are not affiliated with me in any way. If that changes, the information will be found in the description and stated by me in that video at the time. I would like to express my gratitude to all of you who have been drawn to watch this reading and have given me permission to read for you. If you resonate with the message, please like and share this video so that others may also hear. If you want to hear more messages from SGL, please subscribe and set alerts so you know when new content is uploaded. Know you are in a judgment-free space and that you are truly loved and appreciated. Welcome, Virgos. This is your reading for the month of August 2024. We will start by connecting to the energy, and then I'm going to start to pull out the cards. Let us begin. We ask for any messages for Virgos as they seek guidance toward their highest timeline and for the highest timeline of the all. Let us begin by expressing our desire to send our intent into the universe to connect with spirit guides, ancestors, and all beings of light existing in higher vibrations of love. Please step forward to be present with us in the here and now and bring your guided messages forward. And so it is. All right, Virgos, today we are doing the horseshoe spread. So first we're going to do is pull out all 7 placements, and then once all of the placements are out, we're going to take a look at each of them in more depth. All right, so the first placement we're looking for is the past influence. So what energies are now fading away for you? What energies are now fading away? Please, Spirit. Okay, so we received the Queen of Pentacles, and that was in reverse. All right. Queen of Pentacles in reverse feels like there might have been a little bit of shaky ground going on in the past, but let's keep going and get the rest of the cards out. The next placement we're looking for is the present energy. So what is it that Virgos are currently experiencing, please, Spirit? We received the 6 of Pentacles. So it seems like there could be some sort of receiving going on in the present moment. All right, next placement we're looking for is the hidden influence. So what is it that you have not noticed? What have you not noticed? And we have the 4 of Cups in a horizontal position. So 4 of Cups can talk about missing opportunities, but it is in horizontal, which makes me feel like that is a potential. Moving forward, next placement we are looking for is obstacles. So what are the obstacles for Virgos at this time? What do they need to look at and reflect on? Please, Spirit. Okay, we got 2 cards right away. And we received the High Priestess as well as the Emperor. The High Priestess is in reverse, and the Emperor is upright. And that is your obstacle. So it seems like there's a little bit of perhaps needing to have better blind faith in yourself versus having control, but we'll take a deeper look at that in a moment. Next placement that we are looking for is the external influence, please. So what are the external influences that are motivating others around Virgos at this time, please, Spirit? External influence, please. And here we received the Chariot in reverse. Seems like a little bit of a lack of movement, if you will, a little bit of stagnated energy. Moving forward, next placement that we're looking for is guidance. So what is it that your spirit team is suggesting to you right now? Virgo, what is your spirit team suggesting to you at this time? And we received the Wheel of Fortune. All right. And last position we're looking for is the potential outcome. So where is it that you are heading at this time? Where are Virgos heading at this time, please, Spirit? And here we have the Nine of Cups in a horizontal position. Nine of Cups, horizontally, which makes me feel like you're heading towards a wish, some sort of dream that maybe you're not quite fully realizing into manifestation. But let's take a deeper look here. So bottom of the deck is the overall energy, and here we see the Six of Wands, which is absolutely beautiful. The Six of Wands is a card that talks about being recognized and celebrated. So I feel like right now your overall energy is you realize and you know there are people around you that are pointing out a job well done. They're recognizing the growth in you, and they might even be actually verbally telling you that, wow, Virgo, you know, I've really noticed these changes in you lately. You're being more optimistic, more spontaneous, whatever it is. The point is that you are being noticed for it. And I think that this could be, you know, being noticed for your growth, both by those around you, by the human beings that are around you, whether they be family, friends, co-workers, what have you. But I also feel like you are being noticed by your spirit team as well for the spiritual growth and the inner work that you have been doing and accomplishing lately. So I feel like there's a little bit of growth on both sides. Now, we do know what happens inside will be reflected on the outside. So I think that's very important to make note of, that right now, by doing the work, by working on yourself, by, you know, portraying yourself as the best version of you that you could possibly portray, those around you in this physical dimension, those other human beings will notice that. They will recognize that you are acting differently, but for the better. It's not a bad thing. It's something that they're noticing because it's like, oh wow, that's such a refreshing energy to see from this person, to see from you, right? Perhaps you've been displaying yourself differently than you had in recent past. All right, let's get into the cards now. The past influence now fading away is the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, which I feel like is exactly what we were just talking about. That previous old version of you that is fading away, right? Because Queen of Pentacles is someone who's known as someone who has it all under control. This is someone who has, you know, the home, the job, you know, maybe the family too, if that's something that someone desires. It's not desired by all. So I can't say that's necessarily the ultimate dream when it's not, you know, that of everyone. With that said though, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse makes me feel like you were in a way of like a fake it till you make it, right? It's like maybe you weren't actually as stable as you were letting other people believe you were or see you as. But I feel like that's in the recent past. There was definitely a bit of an energy where you felt unstable, uncertain, and not confident in yourself and your own abilities. But that is of the past. This is the energies fading away. I feel like now you've done the growth and you've been able to see your own worth, your own abilities, and with doing so, that is where this overall energy Six of Wands is potentially coming from. You are doing so much growth on yourself internally that externally the universe and the world has no other possibility other than just reflecting back to you that same confidence that you are feeling internally. Okay, moving forward, we have another six. In your present energy, which is what you're currently experiencing, we have the Six of Pentacles. So 6-6 is showing up in your reading, which is certainly not a bad thing. I would definitely recommend looking up 6-6, and if that has meaning to you going on right now. With Six of Pentacles, this is a card about receiving gifts, and not only receiving gifts, but also giving gifts. So it's essentially being in a state of abundance, whether that means you're receiving and giving. Being that we like to be in the flow of Prime Creator's energy within this dimension, it is always best to be consistently in a state of give and take, to be in a state of flow. And the Six of Pentacles is, in my opinion, the ultimate card of the flow, because you have such abundance that you are both receiving abundance from the universe, but you have such abundance that you're able to give back to others around you. And in fact, giving to others is what will allow the flow in towards you. It's actually not the other way. It's not by receiving something, now I can give it. It's by giving it, now the universe says, oh, let me give this to you and let you receive this as well. Right? It's all about a flow within the universe. And in your present energy, you're currently recognizing that flow within you. You are allowing energy, both energy of, money or time, but also just the energy of nature around us to flow through you. When you're in a state of flow, you are essentially being like a beacon for Prime Creator. You are allowing yourself to be a beacon or a pillar within the crystalline grid to allow the energy to properly flow throughout the entire grid for all of humanity on the planet. Moving forward, the next placement we have is the hidden influence, and this is what you have not noticed. Here we see the Four of Cups in a horizontal position. Now, the Four of Cups talks about a card that is missing opportunities or boredom, or not recognizing what is right in front of you for you to be able to seize. Being that this is in horizontal position and that this is what's hidden to you, I think that it is suggesting or pointing out, if you will, that there is a potential that you are in a flow here. It's almost like a reminder, like be careful not to miss opportunities, but I also feel like by it being in a horizontal, it's not that you're blocking it or that you're necessarily taking it. It's almost like, again, it's about being in that state of flow, right? It's like by not over-focusing or not focusing, you're not going to be able to miss it out. You're not preventing it, you're not blocking it, and you're also not expecting it. Instead, it is a neutral perspective, and it is allowing you to remain in this present energy state of flow and allow to come towards you what the universe deems owed to you, right? No expectation. There's no, I need this specific mansion in my life in order to be happy. No, the universe says, oh, you need a place to live? Let me give you this apartment or this house that you've been looking for. But it's not going to be, something so extravagant that it's out of this world. The universe just doesn't work like that. It gives you what you need, not what you want. So let's keep that in mind. And so with that, by remaining in a state of flow, the universe can give you what you need. Okay, moving forward. The next placement we are looking at is obstacles. And here, this is what you need to look at and reflect on. And we received the High Priestess in reverse and the Emperor. So the High Priestess is obviously talking about listening to your intuition and, not allowing your egoic perspective to get in the way, to allow it to reason yourself out of a situation or a thought or an idea. Instead, your soul self, your true self, is allowing or wanting to give guidance. But being that I see that this High Priestess is in reverse and the Emperor is here, the Emperor talks about being in control. Now this is an obstacle. So I think that this is reminding you to allow yourself to give up control and to listen to your own intuition. So in essence, it's almost like the obstacle is to flip these. The obstacle is to flip it, and that you are, instead of trying to maintain control, you're going to give up control and listen to your intuition. That is the goal. That is the goal in terms of spirituality, to allow yourself to flow within your heart and the energy of Prime Creator in your heart, whereas the energy or the thought pattern, if you will, of the human ego is all about being in control and allowing the mind to rule and to make decisions based on how we live our life, as opposed to our heart, and allowing our heart to make the decisions and our mind to follow. That is your obstacle, is allowing yourself to get out of the egoic perspective, to give up the control and allow yourself to flow, to remain in the state of flow, and to be able to listen to your intuition. Okay, moving forward. The next placement we have is external influence, and this is what's motivating others around you. Right now, we have the Chariot in reverse. So I feel like this is saying that others around you are kind of in this like stuck, stagnant energy that they feel like they're not going a certain way. It's almost like they know that they need to accomplish something, or they need to get something done or be at some place, but something is preventing them from being able to be motivated in order to accomplish that task, right? It's almost like there's something going on in the externals, the people around you, that is blocking them or preventing them from being able to accomplish what they need to. They're not able to grow or to move forward due to something going on in their perspective, in their mind, that is blocking them or preventing them from being able to open their heart and open their mind and see things from a different perspective. I think that although this is going on around us, I think it's important to note that everyone is on their own journey, and the guidance that I'm feeling here and the message from Spirit is saying, let them get to this path on their own time. There is no competition. There is no need to be at a certain place in your journey by a certain date or time. That is an illusion, because time is an illusion. Everyone's allowed to take the journey on their own path, make their own decisions, experience their own experiences, because how boring would that be if Prime Creator was to separate itself into all these different perspectives of beings, of human beings and many other beings, but specifically on Earth, human beings. If we all took the exact same path, had the exact same experiences, what would be the point? There would be absolutely no point to do the same thing 100 billion times. So therefore, each individual has the free will to choose their own path and make their own choices and get to that same destination in whatever way they see fit. And even if that's considered making mistakes along the way, because there's no such thing as a mistake, there is just an experience to learn from, right? Some of us get to make the right decisions the whole way, and other of us get to make a right, a bad, a good, a bad decision back and forth, or just make bad decisions, but that's irrelevant, right? It's all about getting to that same place at the end, and that is, of course, reuniting with Prime Creator. How we get there is irrelevant. But I think that what's going on here in the external influence is that we need to make sure to not involve ourselves or to take it upon ourselves to get someone else to a specific part on their journey. Allow that to flow naturally. Allow them to take their journey, to make their choices, to have their experiences all on their own. Okay? It's not going to change your journey at all, whether you guide others or not. Okay? It's not a requirement, is what I'm saying. Moving forward, the next placement we have here is your guidance. And here we see the Wheel of Fortune. This is the karmic wheel, the wheel that keeps spinning. I feel like this is saying if you continue on in your journey, you are going to allow yourself to continue on your own karmic path. You are choosing the right decisions, because there's no such thing as wrong decisions. So you are on your correct karmic path, whether you recognize it or not. Your spirit team is telling you, excuse me, they're telling you to continue going, to continue moving. You are doing absolutely everything right. There is no need or desire required to feel like you're not doing it well enough, or you're not meeting an expectation, or you're supposed to be doing this one thing differently, or you should be doing XYZ instead in order to be on your path. That is incorrect. There is no such thing as being on the right, there's no such thing as being on the wrong path, and you are always making the right choice because you are in flow of Prime Creator. You are Prime Creator. We are all a piece of Prime Creator, and therefore it is impossible to make the wrong choice. Okay? So your spirit team is saying, continue on this karmic path, continue on this journey. You are doing so well, and we are here to support you. Keep going. All right, everything is karmically entwined. Maybe perhaps you are experiencing some sort of difficulty within your life, whether that be, difficult children or difficulties of your own self. Maybe you have some sort of, I don't want to say a problem, there's certainly no problem, but maybe a mental issue or even a physical issue with your actual body, and you might feel like, well, this is unfair. I have to deal with this thing while others don't get to. They don't have to deal with that. But that's not how it's meant to be seen. Rather, see it as part of the karmic cycle. Oftentimes, if we have made decisions that hurt others in previous lives and previous incarnations, then when we decide to come back in this incarnation, in this life, we have decided to take on some sort of disability in order to pay karma back faster for the things and the hurts that we've done to others. And it is not because you are required to pay back this karma in order to get into heaven. It's not that. It's not about that at all. The only reason you're intended to pay back karma is because we are unconditional love. And so when we in soul form recognize that we have hurt someone while being in a state of limitation and separation, we inherently have a desire to clear that karma, to correct that hurt that we have done, and instead we will take on something ourselves by choice to help clear the karma back within the woven tapestry of hurting someone else in a previous incarnation, because we are meant to be unconditional love. All right, moving forward. Next placement and last placement we have here is the Nine of Cups. And here we have the Nine of Cups in a horizontal position. Now this is your potential outcome. And Nine of Cups talks about an ultimate wish, right? This is like an independent type of wish. It is not necessarily a wish that you have for the whole family or the whole team. This is something that you desire independently and on your own. And I see the fact that it's in horizontal tells me that your potential outcome is in a transitory period. It is neither upright or in reverse. It is neither. Right now, that means that this is still being decided. You will not necessarily be guaranteed the outcome of receiving your wish. And what that means is that there is more work to be done before this ultimate wish can either manifest or not. I think this is saying here that we must remember that this obstacle is greatly deciding how we are going to move forward. We must remember to give up control and to have greater faith in our own self, in our own intuition, in our own connection to Prime Creator, as well as our connection to our own higher self, our own oversoul. That oversoul will give you such amazing guidance, and we are being instructed and suggested to listen to that. I would suggest that you take time to meditate and to clear your mind and to allow this to flow. And I'm going to give a little bit of guidance in terms of meditation. I think a lot of people struggle with meditation mainly because they feel like they're supposed to be getting something done during that meditation. I'm supposed to, astral project myself to this place, or I'm supposed to experience this thing or see this hallucination or this imagery. And although that is true for some, it is not the beginning stages. Maybe eventually you'll accomplish that over time. But what I would recommend is when you are in a beginning state of meditation, if you've never done it or you've not had good results or the results you're looking for with meditation, is I would suggest to begin instead when you're in meditation to connect with your heart center. But the best thing is, just like you have here with your Six of Pentacles in your present energy, perhaps some of you are meditating in your present energy, but essentially to remain in a state of flow. Connect to your heart center and allow yourself share the intent with Prime Creator to be a beacon, a pillar for Prime Creator, and to allow the energy of the Creator to flow through you. And the reason why that is so essential in allowing the energy to flow through you is because by allowing it to flow, you inherently are releasing stagnated energy within you, because you're allowing the energy to be in a state of flow through your physical body, that whatever you're holding on to here in your body can also be released to the universe. Allow yourself to literally feel like you are a post in a lake, and that lake water is flowing through the post, not around it, through it, as if there is like a mesh net that water is flowing through, and you are the mesh net, part of that post, and the energy is just flowing through you. That is my suggestion. Okay, that is what I have for you, Virgos. I hope you enjoy your August reading. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you today, and I hope I see you at the next video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the reading from me, Spirit Guide Link. I'll see you at the next video.